In this video, I'd like to show you how to set up a quiz on your class homepage. So if we go to the plus sign here, and quizzes are located in Learning. So we go to the Learning components and add quizzes to our homepage. The 0 turns to a 1. It means it's on our page somewhere not too far down. Here it is, quizzes. And go to create quiz. Okay, so there's a fair bit of detail here to be put in to start with. So let's just title our quiz, Biology Quiz number 1. It's got an open date and a close date. So you can just use your little calendar thing there to set the due date. So the students obviously can do this in class or at home. If they're going to do it in class, you'd set the due date and the open date and due date very close together, and set them as the time that you're, the period that you're doing it in. So that was period 1. You'd go from the 21st to the 1st, and you'd finish on the 21st to the 1st at 10 a.m. So that would sneak into period 1. If you want to give them an actual time to do the quiz from start to finish, you can check this box, and you can set a quiz duration. So that if there's a time limit, so if they want to do it at home, but they're under a strict time limit, you can set that there as well. But I'll just uncheck that just for the moment. You can put a description here. Test your skills. Just to save time, I'm not going to put any much detail there, but you can see the idea there. You can put a description of this quiz. You can put how many attempts they can have. I'm just going to leave that at 1. And you can see who can control who sees the marks for the quiz. By default, it's staff, student, and parents, but you can change that if you wish. Now, the weight is an interesting thing. If you're not looking at doing this for any sort of assessment, you can leave that at 0, or you can put it on any percentage you like, but I'm just going to put it on 100. So that means it's weighted. If I set this quiz as it is, it's weighted like it might be for any of my other assessments that I give the students. Okay, so we've set that up. Now, I want to get back later to this import from XML file, because that's important. Now, it has to be acknowledged that there's a fair bit of work to set up one of these quizzes. It takes a little while. But the good thing is, once you've set it up, you can save it as what's called an XML file somewhere on your computer. So if you want to use it again, say next year or later in the year with another group, it's very easy then, because you can just import it from this file, and all the work's done for you. But in the first instance, you've got to set it up. Okay, so we'll go continue. Now, we can have sections within the quiz if you wish. Most of the ones I've done, I just have one big section. But if you want to put different sections in with a different focus, you can do that. Once again, you can you can give a description there. You can also shuffle the questions randomly if you wish as well. So I'm going to create this section called section 1. Okay, so now I can put my questions into section 1. So you can select your question type. There's probably in this video, I don't want to go through each different type, but you can experiment yourself with that. So we'll go here with multiple choice. Okay, so I can now type in the question. What is a major artery? And once I've done that, I can put down marks for this. So put down 10 marks if you wish, or whatever you want. And then I can put in my answers. So I can put in some answers here. Put any old thing in here. So carotid artery. Okay, so I've got my 4 answers in there. What I need to then is select which is the correct one, like that, and then I add that question. Okay, so I've now got my first question there. I can modify it if I wish, or I can delete it. And then I can add a second question. Okay, and I select the question type. This time I might go for a short answer question. What is the major vein? 10 marks. Suggested answer, vena cava. Add question. So I'm now building up my questions here. Select another type. Numeric answer. How many chambers in the heart? So 10 marks for add question. So I'm building up my questions here. Okay, so I'm finished. I've only put 3 questions in. Obviously, I'd probably do more than that. And by the way, if I wanted to create another section, you'll see up here, it automatically goes on to the next question. But if I wanted to add another section, I can do that here. So I can add a second section. It might be on a different system or a different focus. Or you can just do it all in the one section. That's fine. All right. So what I can do now is export this quiz, because what it's good to do now is to keep this quiz on your desktop for future use or for use by somebody else. It could be another teacher of the subject, or it could be in the second semester you want to use the same quiz, whatever. All right, so if I go export, you'll see that up here in the downloads, I've got that quiz there. Biology quiz number 1, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So if I double click on that, actually I won't double click on that. What I might do is, oops, take that to my desktop. There it is. And it's moving it to my desktop. Hopefully it'll be there in a moment. Okay, so there it is. It's on my desktop there, the biology quiz number 1. I can then save that. Here it is. It's actually loading it up now. I can actually save that into a folder, and if I've got that, I can use that once again in a future quiz. Okay, so